And we're back!
All right. I knew you were going to do that, so... Well, welcome to episode 11, and thank you for making it this far. Sorry about the hiatus. It was a partial...
Oh, come all ye faithful to episode 11. That should be the name of the episode.
Oh, come all ye faithful.
Come all ye faithful.
C-U-M?
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
I'll have to put K-U-M.
We're closer to Christmas Day today than we would have been last week if we were to record it. So technically, this will be our holiday special.
Holiday special, because then we got New Year's Eve coming up,
and
too.
We got New Year's Eve coming up.
Also, real quick, want to give a birthday shout out to Jackie.
Woo woo!
Birthday to Jackie, our number one
birthday,
fan.
girl.
Yeah, her birthday was December 23rd, but we're recording this December 28th?
Uh-huh.
No, 27th.
Uh-huh.
So,
happy birthday.
Woohoo!
How are you? Another year.
Yay.
You made it. You're alive.
Hopefully you got double gifts for your birthday and Christmas, and hopefully someone didn't go,
oh, she on the 23rd?
Yeah.
Oh, you know she got same gifts for both.
Yeah. Oh, this is for Christmas and your birthday.
My grandmother has a birthday on the 24th. So she always
My grandma's birthday is on the 25th, so...
Oh, yeah, it's always both.
I unfortunately had to pull that this year. I was like, hey, this is for Christmas and birthday, Grandma. I love you. Love you. But yeah, happy birthday. So I wanted to make sure we gave her that shout out.
This episode's for you. Happy birthday.
It's for you, girl. It's all about you, girl.
Super late. It'll be like 2 weeks late because we're already 1 week late. It's going to come out next week.
So, well, this one I'm going to be fucking for sure.
Yeah.
I know.
Sure,
I'm bad on that.
Sure.
I'm bad. David is bad on posting episodes, and it was the holidays. So
yeah, there you go.
But
it's okay.
To our recurring fans, I hope your holidays were awesome. Christmas, Hanukkah, whatever you celebrate. Kwanzaa's coming up, or if it's already started.
Yeah, it started the day after Christmas.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well then, happy Kwanzaa to y'all.
Happy Kwanzaa.
And hope it's enjoyable. And yeah, so in the spirit of Christmas, because we're just a couple days removed, we still have a topic, 2 topics.
Oh, yeah.
From our fan email. So we'll get into this one. Topic was...
Let's do the first... I feel like this one won't be too much. Iconic question. Who would win? Superman versus Batman.
Oh.
That is a very controversial argument.
This is. I will have
it's
to
also
say...
that's all DC Universe, too. So, actually, yeah.
I say Superman.
I agree.
Like, cause
okay, Devil's Advocate, because I always thought that Superman would, because he's a fucking alien and he fucking can shoot you with a laser beam through his eyes and you're dead. Like Batman's a human, so
all he has to do is just aim for the part that's not covered
right
by the mask,
right in the jaw,
and you're
right
done.
In the jaw. Yeah, and who knows? It could go through all his armor, but I have my cousin's a big advocate of Batman, and his rebuttal is always that Batman has a kryptonite in his utility belt because of the Justice League thing. So, even then, I don't know. I'm not that into superheroes.
It's a shitty way. That says more on Batman than it does on Superman. Because if Batman really has to stoop to using a rock to destroy Superman,
I guess it plays to his cunningness though that he knows. Right? I don't know.
Well, I mean,
he's like an Eagle Scout. He's always prepared. You know, like he's got kryptonite on him because he's the strongest man.
Nah, Superman win. That's all I say.
Superman win.
It's
Superman can make time go backwards by spinning around the world backwards.
Exactly. So if he's getting his ass kicked, he could spin it, reverse it to where he's like, oh, now I know how to block this move and kick your ass.
That's it.
The more iconic question is Superman versus Goku.
Superman versus Goku.
That's
I know nothing
the one.
about Dragon Ball Z, so...
That's the one that us anime nerds are always faced with. Who would win, Superman or Goku? Everybody says Superman, but I think Goku would win. But
I have no stance on that.
Exactly.
I go with Superman because I know Superman. But I don't know what Goku's... I know he yells a lot and his hair... I know he turns Aryan when he gets really angry.
Stupid.
His eyes go blue and his hair goes blonde, so...
Yeah,
He's
but
like Hitler's wet dream.
oh yes. Yeah, so I say Superman. I
Okay.
guess that ends
Agreed.
the debate there.
There you go. Superman. Superman will win.
Superman.
Tell all your friends. And if they have a problem, email us at whocarespodcast210@gmail.com.
You heard it here. Superman wins, eh?
Yeah. See? Okay.
Well, geez, boss.
That's a Chappelle Show reference for me. I don't know if you've ever seen that stand-up with Chappelle. Where he just started. Anyways. Okay. So the next question is... The next question was actually very fitting. What is the worst Christmas gift you've ever received?
I'll let you start this one. I feel like I'm too dramatic.
Okay, yeah, like mine's the worst Christmas gift I've ever received. To be honest, I mean, this isn't trying to sound however it sounds, but I genuinely like little gifts, and the thought really does count for me. Like little things, I get super excited for. I have a little.
Penis.
Little trinket, yeah. I have a little penis and a little, all that. But no, I had my friends gave me like little things that they're like, oh, I know you're into this or whatever, and I fucking cherish it. Like, so for Christmas, even when like I get little like food gifts or whatever, I'm just like, yeah, it's gonna be great to eat later. Like, cool. So I generally do like anything that's just gifted to me. I'm just into gifts. And I mean, just like the aspect of someone thinking about me giving me stuff. But I will say, I think specific gift cards. I like gift cards. Like Visa gift cards, American Express gift cards. I mean, I don't know. Sometimes I feel like maybe you think I'm going to buy crack with it or something. That's why you're making it. Why don't you just give me cash? But whatever. I'm not. So, I mean, I don't care. Wherever they use Visa, American Express is cool. Now, Best Buy, right?
Oh,
I've gotten a lot of... here's the thing. I've gotten a lot of Best Buy gift cards in the past. And I always feel like, oh, okay. You know what it is that people look at me and they go, oh, 25-year-old guy... must be fucking addicted to Xbox and this. So I know he plays video games
or just electronics.
And I'm like, I mean, I'm not like I'm the.
I can confirm.
I'm the weird one though, like because I'm not into all that. So when I get a Best Buy gift card, I'm like, what the fuck am I gonna do with this? Because even with movies, I'm like, I can get them all on Netflix or like the ones that are that I can buy for $25. They're gonna come out soon. I can go to Redbox for $1. This year, though, I got a $25 Best Buy gift card. I was thinking the same thing. I'm like, what am I going to do with this? Like, I've had Best Buy gift cards in my wallet for, like, years. Just
you can throw them my way.
Well, right, and then what ends up happening is I end up going to be like, fuck it, I'll just buy, like, 3 movies that I've seen 1,000 times because they're $5 each because no one sees them. $10 extra, $35 Fire Stick. Fucking love that Fire Stick. So, it worked out this year, actually, so that was cool. So that's mine.
That's good. Yeah. Mine. The worst gift that I've gotten, and I will say this every single year, unless I get something else that's worse. So I hate the Dallas Cowboys with a fiery passion, and the worst Christmas gift I ever got, and my whole family knows I hate the Dallas Cowboys, mind you. And when we were younger, every year. Me and my brother would always get, like, the same something, but, like, maybe a different color or a different, like, style, that kind of thing?
Yeah.
Like, if it was, like, an Axe body spray.
How far apart are y'all in age?
We're only 2 years.
Yeah.
So it was, like, I got the 1 cent, he got another cent. Like, if it was Axe body spray and stuff. Right. So, always that kind of thing. So, 1 year...
That's how me and my cousin were 4 months apart. So
really? So, you got...
Red and blue was all... I got all the blue, he got all the red.
So, it was, like... So, 1 year, he got a Dallas Cowboy sweater... And I was like, don't even tell me that I got a Dallas Cowboy sweater. So I opened it, and it was a Dallas Cowboy sweater, just a different design on the sweater.
Does he like the Cowboys?
He loves the Cowboys. He's a huge Cowboys fan.
Your dad doesn't like the Cowboys.
No, my dad doesn't like the Cowboys.
How rebellious.
And I was like, right?
Your brother.
And I was like, well, because my dad's from Ohio, so he hasn't... My brother's born here in Texas, so he can like the Cowboys.
Are you not?
I was born here in Texas, but...
No, it's different.
Ever since I was a kid, I was like, man, this team really stinks at football. I'm like, they're garbage.
Where did he get that from, then? That's weird.
That he likes the Cowboys? I guess my grandpa.
Oh,
my grandpa loves the Cowboys. So So I don't know, but
It skips a generation, the cowboy gene.
I guess. I was like, so he loves the Cowboys. He's like, oh, this is a cool sweater. And I just remember taking that sweater. You can have mine. And I threw it at him. my aunt was like, oh my God, what's wrong? And then
how old were you?
I was like maybe 8 or 9.
Oh, okay. That's
And then,
acceptable.
And then my dad was pissed off. My mom was pissed off too because every year I say I like the Atlanta Falcons. I love the Atlanta Falcons, and I still got Dallas Cowboy shit. And I was just like, man, I got to the point where, like, this is the dumbest gift I've ever received. Like, I said that in front of my whole family. Like,
At
this
8
is
years old?
At 8 years old, I was like, this is stupid. You could have this sweater. I'm like, the Cowboys suck. And my brother's like, oh, cool, are you sure I can have it? And I'm like, yes, you can have it. This is stupid. And it turned into a big old thing. My dad was mad. Okay, I'm taking him home. Let's go.
Yeah, you sound kind of like a dick, though.
Good, because fuck the Cowboys.
You
And
should at least just pretend like you like it and then talk shit when your aunt's not there.
not for 3 years in a row.
3 years in a row. Well, yeah.
It was a Cowboys
that is pretty
beanie,
fucked up, actually.
and then
Yeah,
it was
that's
a Cowboys
pretty shitty.
shirt. So it's like
How many times can you make a scene before they fucking get it? Like,
exactly. Well, because the other 2 times I was like, oh, cool, and I just give it to my brother when we get home. Here,
Right,
you can have it. I don't
right.
need it. And that time I was like, oh, and they even asked me that year too. Well, what's your favorite football team? The Atlanta Falcons or the Ohio State Buckeyes? Atlanta Falcons. I hate Dallas.
They're
I
all
hate
mean,
Dallas.
but they only have cowboy stuff
I
at
was like-
La Pulga, so.
I was like, hate. Well, then they didn't have to buy me anything football related. Then
Yeah.
couldn't find my team.
Yeah.
Don't buy me football. I love the Spurs.
Sure,
You can buy me
sure.
Spurs stuff, but yeah, that was the worst gift I ever received.
I can see that.
Like I said, that got dramatic because I
We
hate
talk about the
Cowboys.
Cowboys. That's what happens when we bring up the Cowboys. Yeah.
Garbage.
We know that well and good here. The listeners know that too.
Yeah. So if you're a Dallas Cowboys fan, fuck you, unsubscribe. Don't listen to me. No, I'm just kidding. No, we need you.
No, we need you.
I was like,
Talk
please.
about this. Message us about how much you love the Cowboys. We'll talk about it.
Right, and then I have to
Get David going. Fuck it.
yeah, fuck it.
It's
I'll
just material we can
rant
make.
for 45 minutes. No, I'm just
Yeah.
kidding.
We'll just have a fuck the Cowboy segment. Maybe
Right.
we'll live stream it so I can
Fuck the
talk
Cowboys.
shit back and forth. Yeah. Should we break?
Oh, cheers.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Happy Festivus for the rest of us. That's what I've been telling everyone.
Seinfeld.
Yeah. That's what's happening.
Nobody gets that.
Really?
Yeah. Oh, that's something. Apparently somebody put a meme where like they took that Tommy Lerner and they put like something negative about Festivus, and then like apparently she got really pissed off because she thought it was something real,
Yeah.
and then but they didn't. She didn't realize it was from Seinfeld.
Right.
So jokes on her. She just looked like a bitch. So
The article I read was Tommy Lauren becomes the thing she hates most, snowflake. Or whatever, like a perturbed snowflake or whatever. You know, she's not talking about. I'm telling you, conservatives are the biggest snowflakes out there. Like,
yeah, dude.
tell them happy holidays and watch them fucking unravel in front of you. Like, it's Merry Christmas. He's the reason for the season.
Donald Trump said I could say
And, yeah, there's a war going on. Let me say my feelings on Christmas.
Let me tell you.
Give me a safe space that you snowflakes can have.
Fuck you guys, you crybabies.
Yeah.
You fucking crybabies. Oh!
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
I could just be like, hey, happy holidays. Fuck you, you asshole.
It
How
was
dare
really-
you?
I posted a thing about that where it was what tell a conservative happy holidays, and it was that SpongeBob the chocolate, right? The fish. It was like happy holidays, right? It's supposed because it's very. And I literally had one of my coworkers post on there, and she was being funny, but she was like, "It's Merry Christmas. That's the reason for the season." I'm like, bitch, we'll give you a safe space to like let out your fucking anger about this
Right.
bullshit. But
We'll create something just for you.
yeah, a Christmas tree and fucking gift giving and drinking is very Christian. So.
Right, so talking about racism. And speaking of racism, Dave Chappelle has 2 new specials coming out New Year's Eve.
Oh yeah, I
Yeah,
saw that.
so
They're
excited
dropping
for that.
Christmas Eve.
It was only going to be one, but he had so much thing, he recorded an extra show so that way now there'll be 4 specials on Netflix.
He's coming back. I love that. He had a great stand-up. I saw him in Austin. He was
know.
fucking dope.
Bill Burr is coming to San Antonio.
I've seen him.
You've seen
Yeah.
him? Have you seen his show on Netflix, F is for Family?
No, I know I have. I don't like it.
Oh, you don't like
I
it?
don't
What?
like
I fucking love it, dude.
Yeah.
It's hilarious.
You know, but I don't really like cartoon shows.
Oh.
But in fairness though, because I sound like an asshole because I don't like video games and technology and stuff. But I do like Rick and Morty. I don't know if that's I've been watching that lately.
I love Rick and Morty.
It's really just interesting and funny and like clever, and it's almost too much. I mean, I think that's what I like about it. It's too fucking much, and that's what it's so outrageous. It's funny. F is for families. I don't know. Maybe it hits a little too close to home for me. I don't know. It's like
No.
it's too kind of like fucking family sucks. Like
Well, cause
it's
see,
not.
like,
He's not being outrageous with it though, so it's not that funny.
Cause like the thing with me, like, the thing I thought was the funniest of it is because my dad yelled a lot and everything. Cause he's ex Air Force, just like Bill Burr in the show and the dad, and works at a shitty job, and kids taken for granted and shit like that. When I was younger,
Yeah, because it's about his dad, right? His voicing his dad.
Yeah, because there's Bill, the little boy, which is him as a kid, and then it talks because that's how he kind of is such an angsty person, is because that's all he was around and everything. So I'm just like, man, I can really relate to the show because I feel a lot of my dad coming out in me from yelling at us and fuck you and shut the fuck up and like that kind of thing. And Dad, can we do this? No, fuck you, I don't have money. Like that kind of thing. I was kind of like, oh, okay. So that's why I like it. Leslie hates that show. She goes, "It's so ugly. Like he's so mean to his kids." And this is how I was like, "This is how I was, dear." Like starting to talk like Bill Burr. Get the fuck out of here, babe. Like you don't know.
I love Bill Burr though. I mean, he's one of my favorite comics. He really is. I like
really
his stand-ups though. Like I love all of his
dude.
stand-ups. I saw him at the Majestic the last time he was in San Antonio, and he was fucking hilarious. His show just doesn't hit for me though.
No,
and it's also recycled jokes too. It's kind of like Everybody Hates Chris. Although I do like that show, but Everybody Hates really Chris is pretty much a rehashing of all Chris Rock's stand-ups.
Okay,
you know
yeah,
what I'm saying?
I agree on that. Yeah,
so it's that same. But I do like Everybody Hates Chris, but I guess I like those cheesy kind of family shows. So that's I don't know. Evans and Family. It has it against it because it's a cartoon. I can't get into him usually. And then I love Bill Burr. I love his stand-up, but I don't know why it just doesn't work for me with the way that medium he uses.
I feel you. I feel you 100%. Just like with Seth MacFarlane, I only like Family Guy.
Yeah.
American Dad, I think it's dumb. Like, I don't think it's funny at all.
Yeah.
Ted 1 and 2 movies weren't funny to me. It was just an excuse for a teddy bear.
It was the same. It was Peter Griffin.
Yeah, I was like, it was just an excuse for a teddy bear to smoke weed and cuss. Mm-hmm. Oh, so funny. Like, it's not really funny. I make dirty jokes about it. And
I like Mark Wahlberg, though.
I love Mark Wahlberg, but I was disappointed that he was cast in that movie because I'm like, you're better than this, Mark. You're better than this, Marky Mark. And then, 1,000 Ways to Die in the West.
What was?
1,000 Ways to Die in the West.
I didn't even watch that.
It was dumb. I wasted money to go see that in the theater.
I refused. Yeah.
So it's like, but Family Guy for some reason cracks me up hysterically. But it's all the same kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Just different names. Like the Orville, I'm not going to watch that show because it doesn't look funny. So.
Orville?
The Orville, his new show on Fox, Seth MacFarlane. It's like
he's done
spooning Star Trek.
I don't hear that name and think like I need to go see anything of. You know what I'm saying? He had Family Guy. Leave it there.
He's a good singer. I'll give him that. He's very talented.
He's a great vocal. He does all those fucking vocals. Of course he is. But
he's a jazz artist and everything. So I'll give him that. But
yeah, my top. I mean, Bill Burr. He's hilarious. His last stand-up too. Do you watch his stand-ups?
I think I haven't seen anything his most recent stuff.
Well, I don't know how to bring it up, but I'll bring it up anyways, just because there was this one of my favorite skits he has in one of his stand-ups is him and his dog, right? So he gets this rescue, and one of his jokes is like, because he's such like a guy's guy, right? He's like, I don't like fucking call it a rescue, like I didn't fucking run into a burning building and rescue this dog, like I just fucking went to the store and bought this fucking dog, right? So and it's a pit bull. Because also he doesn't want a lap dog because, he wants this fucking big burly dog or whatever.
Right.
And as he's training the dog is always like super hostile or whatever, right? Mm-hmm. And he's like, I gotta take this, it's a girl, take it to a trainer. I gotta take it to a trainer to like, because I just can't do it. And the trainer's like, hey man, like this dog's super hostile. What are you doing with this dog? He goes, everything you do the dog's gonna reflect it like every time he goes. So he's like, I didn't realize every fucking time I walked, I would hype the dog up before we went to walk. The dog's thinking like anytime you see a person, like, this is what we're fucking doing. This is what we've been training for. Like fucking attack, because Bill Burr's hyping him up, right? I don't know. It's one of my favorite skits of his. I do it horribly. You should look it up. It's really funny, because I always think of the way he's like, this is what we've been fucking training for. Like I can see the dog.
I just love.
Yeah. So, anyways, but when he came and I saw him at the Majestic, he has a kid now. And if he has a kid now, right? He had to get rid of the rescue.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he had to get rid of the rescue, and it was super sad. You could actually see him kind of not be okay with telling everyone that, because everyone knows this dog from his previous stand-up.
Yeah.
But this fucking guy in the audience kept I don't know the dog's name, but I guess he was like a super fan or something, knew the dog's name, kept yelling the dog's name, and Bill Burr's like, yes, I fucking know the dog's name. He's like, Jesus Christ, it's like my grandmother died. I'm just gonna fucking yell at my grandmother's dead name in my face. Like, I get it. Like, I don't have the dog anymore. I had to fucking make a choice. It was kind of sad, but it was still kind of funny though.
Right. I think it's always funny when comedians get at the hecklers, like shut the fuck up. Like
Bill Burr's known for that. I used to listen to Pandora stand-up station. Like if you look up comedy station on Pandora, they have a ton of Bill Burr. Actually, it's his skit, but his skit's going off on hecklers.
Oh really?
He has a lot of them. Yeah,
he's good at that. He's like, because one, he doesn't take no shit from anybody anyway. Like he's a very like he's not afraid to say what he wants to say. So I can imagine him getting in pretty heated exchange
he has a lot of exchanges with him, just talking, especially because he usually it's funny, and I like him because I'm not really on his politics a lot, or as far as like he's such a guy's guy, which is not really the type of person I am. But what's funny is that he can make it funny though, and with the liberal audience, it's usually a liberal audience, and his opinion usually isn't that favored with the audience, so someone always heckles him because there's something like, one of them was like about his grandmother who, he had brought a black chick over or whatever, and that was this point. And of course someone black was like, oh, your grandmother, she's like, yeah, fucking no. Like, of course someone heckled that when he was making an excuse for her, but it was funny, like it was just funny, like it still worked, yeah.
Like that Dave Chappelle special, and he was talking, one of the most recent ones that just put on Netflix, he was talking about like how he was talking about the Bill Cosby and how he was raping women and stuff like that, and then like he was making jokes about it, and people were laughing except for this one girl, because she's like, women suffer, I know. And he's like, I know. And so she started rushing the stage or whatever, and I was like, oh no, I'm gonna have to kick this bitch right in the mouth. They're like, kick her right in the face or something like that. Like, he didn't care that he was offending her and this and that. He was just like, I'm telling my jokes to tell my jokes. Yeah. Like, I know what I'm saying. Like, I don't give a fuck. Like, that's the kind of shit that I love. Like, and like with Louis C.K. too. Like, his whole bit.
R.I.P. Louis C.K.
Right, his career. Like his whole bit when he was talking about the N-word, and like he goes, I'll say it, and like he says the N-word multiple times and stuff. I'm like, that's bullshit. I would never do that, but I'm just like, he's not afraid to do that kind of stuff. So I think that's cool. I like comedians that aren't afraid to push. Have you heard of this comedian named Anthony Jeselnik? He had a clip that was kind of going viral a little bit this year.
While you talk.
Yeah. He had a clip that somebody just posted on Facebook, and like, if this isn't the realest thing, that he was talking about like when tragedies happen, like bombings.
Anthony or what?
Jeselnik. It's like Jeselslink, something like that. I don't know how to pronounce spell the last name, but so he had this clip that was going around on Facebook that said like from his most recent stand-up special on Netflix, that anytime like a shooting happens or a bombing or anything like that, and he goes, what does everybody say? Oh, my thoughts and prayers. Yes. And he's all like, and he goes, you know what your thoughts and prayers mean? Fucking nothing. He goes, that means shit. And he goes, they just lost their fucking lives. He goes, because you know what that means? oh my, don't forget about me today.
Yes.
Don't forget
When you
about
post
me.
on it. Yes.
And like if you do the
Yes.
stupid Facebook filter, he was calling those people out, and you
Yeah.
can hear the crowd kind of like.
Pissed. How many people in the crowd
Bro.
did it? Yeah.
He goes, yeah, so fuck you guys, and like kind of like fuck y'all for doing that, and
Yeah.
kind of like because
But
I
it's
watched,
the majority of the group that did it. But
Yes.
it's funny still.
yeah, because I was like,
That's very
yes.
clever. It's
I-
very clever.
That's hilarious.
And that's a little bit of comedic genius there to be able to do that, because to be able to reflect on the entirety of the audience and make them still feel like shit but still laugh at themselves. There's no better time.
Exactly.
There's no better time than
like,
to feel like shit and still be funny about it. Like,
Because I mean, I watched the full special on Netflix, and like he goes
I didn't
on
know
that
his name. I've seen the clip though. I have seen that clip.
He's fucking funny, and I remember watching him on just Comedy Central. Or you know how Comedy Central do the Comedy Central Presents, and it's like a 30-minute stand-up
Yeah.
thing. I remember watching him on those things, like the Comedy
They used to
Central
be
Presents.
good.
They were funny, dude.
I remember a lot of people that came up now. I remember watching them little, but nowadays I feel like they're garbage. But
I haven't
maybe
seen
that's just
anything
like
recently.
back in my day, they had good comedy.
This is funny. It's funny you mentioned that, like, about garbage. I remember when it was just like a basic stage. There wasn't like their name in the background or wasn't anything like that. It was just kind of like in a theater.
Right, they got like their 15 minutes or half an hour or something.
Yeah. So I remember this was before she got really big. I remember watching the Comedy Central Presents of Amy Schumer.
Oh, okay, Amy Schumer.
And she was fucking trash.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, she's just gonna talk about her vagina the whole 30 minutes? I was like, what's going on
There
here?
was another girl. Well, I'll let you finish. Sorry.
No, that's what I want to say. I was like, because Amy Schumer is a garbage comedian. Like, I've never laughed at anything she does. And if it wasn't for her, we would still have the star ratings on Netflix. Because
Is that gone?
yeah, it's gone. If you
Oh.
look at it now, it's just like it's just like
I never really
thumbs
used
up
it,
or
but-
anything like that. Like, they changed it because she said that people were purposely disliking her comedy special just to dislike it. Like, people weren't really critiquing it. So she complained enough, and Netflix finally got rid of it. But then Netflix said, we were planning on getting rid of the star rating anyway. It's just a coincidence that it happened with this. And it's
Yeah.
like,
What's
yeah,
funny
right.
is that if they don't like you to be funny too, that's still. I mean, it is what it is.
But
and I don't mind Amy Schumer. She's not my favorite, but she's also, I can watch her stuff and enjoy it. It doesn't really put me off.
It's garbage.
I'm trying to think. There was another comedian I saw in Comedy Central Presents who she didn't ever really get that big, but I always thought she was a diamond. In the She does really good impressions. Her voice. She does a lot of. She actually sounds like a toddler. Like her regular voice sounds like a little girl. But she does impressions like her mom, and it always sounds like an old. She sounds.
Did she recently come out with something?
I think she did.
Is it the one on Netflix where she's like doing stand up in weird places? Like she's performing stand up at a bus stop and then in somebody's living room.
I haven't seen it. See, the thing is that here's what's funny is that I was little too, but I remember the one joke was about how kids used to play with lawn darts. That was I guess she's from the 80s. They used to play with lawn darts. And then you realize that there's these children playing with these fucking 8-inch fucking
Weapons.
lawn darts, and like people are like losing eyes and start throwing them at each other. It's like, that little one-eyed bastards play. Like that was the 80s mentality versus. I thought she was hilarious watching that stand-up. Anything since then though, when I'm like, and I don't know her name, but I would be like, oh, I remember her, and I would get excited. But everything since then has been like, like just horrible, just horrible.
No, yeah.
So I don't know.
Yeah, I see that.
I can't think of her name.
There's a comedian named Angela Johnson, who is famous for that whole Bon Qui Qui thing for Mad TV. I'll cut you and this and that. And
she does the Quito Joe.
Yeah, that thing. So because I remember her from I used to actually watch Mad TV. I love Mad, because that's where Key and Peele started. Bobby Lee.
I liked Mad TV before all of them too, actually, because it was Michael McDonald, Will Sasso.
Oh, dude, Will Sasso before Vine happened.
Yeah,
dude, yes.
I can't think of the black girl's name. Why she gotta be black though?
Stupid. Who else is on there? There was
See, it's funny because I stopped liking Mad TV when Key and Peele got popular on there. I didn't really like Key and Peele.
They were funny on that show.
And then
there was
the girl,
Ike Barinholtz was on there. He was on Mad TV.
I can't think of him.
There was a lot of girls on
What
TV.
the girl? She's Michael McDonald used to play the little boy, and it was his mom. And
oh, Stewart.
yeah, but her name is
She was in Parks and
Mo.
Rec.
Her name is Mo.
Mo Collins.
Mo Collins.
Yes,
Yeah.
she was hilarious.
She's fucking brilliant. She's so underrated.
Oh, whatchamacallit, the girl that plays the mom in Family Guy, Alex Borstein.
Alex Borstein.
She was in that show. She did Mrs. Swan.
Mrs. Swan. Yep.
Oh, you're so funny.
Classics. I used to watch Mad TV.
I loved Mad TV.
Well, Comedy Central used to play Mad TV blocks. Like
I used to watch it on Fox. At
really?
late night. Like they would show it on Fox.
Like when it was on.
No, it was even after it was canceled.
Okay.
They would show it. No, not Fox. CW. The CW.
Oh, like way after. Even
Yeah.
Comedy Central got rid of it.
Yeah. And so, and like I loved Mad TV, and there was where was I going with this?
Fuck, I forgot.
I was like, damn,
Who
I forgot.
cares?
Yeah, who cares? We see that the Mad TV just brought us off.
Yeah.
Angela Johnson, where she had the Bon stuff. Yeah.
See, she's the newer one. I don't remember watching Mad TV with her on it.
She was like, you know how like SNL has and featuring and like kind of has like the people that are just kind of. She was like one of those in the way back in the day,
like
kind of like
character.
and featuring Angela Johnson, and like she would be there for like one or two sketches, but she got really popular because of the whole Bon Queen. When her stand-up comedy specials were super hilarious, that's when she had the whole nail shop joke and bit and everything. And her most recent special, she's gotten very religious. She's gotten very like clean and everything, because she married like a very Christian guy, and I guess like kind of she's adapted to that. So I'm kind of like.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well,
like,
is this how recent is that one?
The most recent one, it's called something like "Am I Fancy" or "Ghetto Religious." It has like a clever name.
See, okay, well,
yeah, and
is it like 15, 16, 14?
it came out in 2016.
So like, I want to say there's one in like,
Excuse me.
fuck, I don't know, like 14, where she has a special on Netflix.
She's had a lot here.
You know what I'm saying though, and then that stand-up though was. I remember me and Mrs. Teach and one of our friends were like, "Oh, this girl's got a new special on Netflix, and it's she's hilarious. She's hilarious." And we watched her like,
yeah,
it never really hit. Like
exactly.
She did the Bon Qui joke, and she did the Vietnamese nail shop joke, like a little bit to kind of get you going, and then fell flat.
Exactly.
Totally flat.
That's how her specials
Hey,
are now.
comedy's hard though. Comedy is fucking hard. Like I don't know. I kind of feel bad for them sometimes because you get that start, but I mean it's hard to keep it going. That momentum, like.
That's what I'm saying. Top 5 comedians, go.
Oh fuck. Louis C.K. was always my favorite. Bill Burr, Kevin Hart. Okay, you can put me on the spot here. So what was that, 3?
Mm-hmm.
I got 3 right now. They're all one's black. Chappelle, fuck, he's up there. I'm gonna put Chappelle before Kevin Hart. I'm gonna okay.
Number
Louis C.K. was just my favorite. I can't help that. And then it was Chappelle, and then we'll say Kevin Hart, and then we'll say Bill Burr, and then the last one's got to be stand-ups that I've seen. That I really liked, because I've seen a lot of stand-ups, but a lot of them just don't fucking reach me. I don't have one. I got a 5. I got
just 4?
I got 4.
I got 5. I have number 5 will be Jeff Foxworthy. He's forever one of my favorites.
Ugh.
He was one of the first comedians I ever listened
That's
to.
number 5.
That's number 5.
That's your base.
Because I've seen him in concert.
Jeff Foxworthy.
I saw him live with my dad.
In concert?
Mm-hmm.
Is that how you say that?
Well, live in concert or whatever. People call it different things, but
Jeff Foxworthy.
I saw him at the rodeo a couple years ago.
All right, let's move on.
He's hilarious. Fuck you.
No,
whatever.
He's not.
He's awesome.
We'll
whatever.
move on.
Whatever. He had a sold out crowd at the AT&T Center, but whatever.
There's a lot of rednecks in America.
Whatever. He's awesome. So number 5, Jeff Foxworthy. Number 4.
Oh, Ron White. That's my 5th.
See?
We'll share that one.
Well, he's more Republican than Jeff Foxworthy.
Ron White?
Yes.
But he's fucking hilarious, though.
Well,
but, he's so funny. Is he that Republican, or is that his part of his joke? I don't know.
He's really...
Well, he's funny.
Yeah.
I don't care. Ron White.
So there's your number 5?
You know what? He would probably be higher up there if he wasn't Republican, so...
I was like, Jeff Foxworthy. Number 4, I want to say John Mulaney.
Oh, he's funny
Because
too.
I remember him from, well, he wasn't on SNL, but he's been a writer for SNL for like ever.
John Mulaney's funny. Yeah.
So
Look it up.
John. Yeah, look.
He's got specials on.
He also has a new cartoon on Netflix with
Oh,
Nick
Big
Kroll.
Mouth.
Dude, that show was fucking crazy.
That show is funny.
It was hilarious, but I had a lot of moments where I'm like,
Yeah, I'm like,
oh my god.
am I in the Truman Show?
Like, am I watching this? John Mulaney, then
That's clever. So you're doing like underground artists though, like they're not underground, but like who the fuck knows John Mulaney?
right. Sinbad. Sinbad is fucking hilarious. He has that clean comedy that's just kind of rare.
I still have that that Mandela effect with Sinbad and
I swear he was in a
Kazam?
movie. I swear he was a genie.
Shazam.
That was
Kazam.
Kazam.
Shazam was with Shaq. That's
Yeah.
that's what really happened.
Because I remember.
I swear I remember Sinbad in Kazam.
'Cause I swear to God, it was like a made-for-TV movie. Like it wasn't something in theaters.
Never existed.
Man, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Sinbad.
Sinbad. Jesus. I like Sinbad in oh, you don't watch Sunny in Philadelphia?
No, I don't.
He was in that.
I know him in Good Burger. Number
Big Booty
two.
Burger. Home of the Big Booty Burger.
Big Booty Burger. Number
So that's
two.
3. Okay.
I'm gonna have to say Bill Burr. He's a legend. And number one, Dave Chappelle. Dave Chappelle could never do no wrong in my eyes. He can murder a house full of orphans, and I will still pay money to go see him in concert. He could do no wrong.
Dave Chappelle's my second one, right? Did I move him to second? I think I did.
Yeah, you put him above Kevin Hart.
Yeah. Yeah, he was second.
Mm-hmm. Those are my top 5.
Louis C.K. just... I love Dave Chappelle, but our human condition is different because he's black. Not that that's wrong, I just...
You can't relate to him?
I can relate to him so many levels, but there is just I can just relate to Louis C.K. a little more than Dave Chappelle. Even though they're very neck and neck. I mean, they really
I relate to Dave Chappelle.
I can relate. I mean, I can. I just... Louis C.K. was just...
See, and that's the thing.
You know, and if I was in power, I'd probably be jerking off in front of women too. That's what I'm
Right.
saying. Like, you know.
It's not right, but you would do it.
But, you know, you're just drunk with power at that point.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Should you stop liking someone if they have a dirty scandal?
No. No, you know, you don't.
I was
It's
like-
not my job to do. It's, I think Netflix or whatever corporations that dropped in, they took care of that. They should have, yeah. And they did. I'm gonna still watch the special. I still like him. I still like his
find it on
comedy.
YouTube. Like,
And if anything comes out, I'm gonna probably support it. But I don't support what he did and all that. But
exactly.
yeah,
That's what I'm saying. I'm just like, it's crazy. It's like when we were talking about Kevin Spacey a few weeks ago. It was like, or in this case, like a month or so ago. It's like, I still love his movies.
Mhm.
He's still a great actor. It doesn't diminish what he
Something
did.
just came up the other day with Kevin Spacey. And I was like, it's Kevin. Now it really stands out that Kevin Spacey was in it because of it. I was
Right.
more popular, but
It's like, oh, this
Yeah.
younger generation. Oh,
Yeah.
Kevin Spacey, who?
yeah.
I still thought it was so cool when I watched that movie Seven for the first time. And Kevin Spacey wasn't advertised in the movie. He wasn't put on the cast list, nothing. So when he, spoiler alert, he came out as the bad guy, it was kind of like, oh shit, Kevin Spacey? Like, what the fuck? Like, I remember watching it, because that was when I still lived with my parents when I watched it on Netflix. We got it in the mail, and before you could stream movies.
Oh, on the DVD.
Yeah, before you could stream movies.
Yeah.
And it's like,
How poor are y'all? Did you have the 3 or the 1 or the 2?
oh, dude, I don't know. We were poor, so we probably had...
We had the 3. We got 3 DVDs in the mail at one point. You know what I'm saying?
No,
We could
yeah.
do the 3 at a time.
Yeah, we only got the 1 DVD. Yeah, we just had we did the 2 DVDs right before I went to where you could stream it. But yeah, we just had the 1 DVD and then watched 7 because my dad said it was a good movie and I wanted to watch it. And I was watching in my bedroom like, man, this movie's crazy so far. And it was like, hello, officer. He says something and it's kind of like, you don't see him. And it's like, oh, is that the killer? Because he has blood on his hand. And then shows, oh my God, it's Kevin Spacey. And you're like, oh shit, it's Kevin fucking Spacey. Like,
I still think of women in that one Facebook video where everyone's wearing a Kevin Spacey like
the little poster
mask,
thing?
the poster mask,
And then he moves it.
drops it's really Kevin Spacey. He's
oh,
like
shit. I still think he's hilarious. Like,
I think he is
like
too.
he's funny, he's clever, and you know, and just sucks what he did, and,
Yeah.
you know, and he had to pay the consequences for it. But
Yeah, he does. Yeah.
But, but yeah, that covers that.
What
segue.
time is it? Smoke break?
It is.
Smoke
Oh, I
break
have
time.
a. Oh yeah, I got an Apple Watch for Christmas.
Oh, damn!
Yeah, man. Well, I bought it myself, so. I was like,
Yeah, well, we'll come back.
well, I'm
to
technically making monthly payments, but yeah, smoke break, and we'll be
that.
back.
Smoke break.
You're the jerk of the week. You're a jerk and it's your week. You really outdid yourself like a crazy super jerk. You're probably a big jerk every week, but this week you're the jerk of the week. Jerkity jerk.
All right. And you know what that sound means? We have a minor inconvenience that we're going to rant on for some time. So I know Teach said he didn't have one this week. He said everyone's been pretty happy because of the holidays. So I guess I'm the only one that's gotten dicked over in this past few weeks. So I'll just get right into it. So I have my car, right? I drive a 2014 Chevy Sonic. And this is the first car that's financed in my name solely, all that good stuff, right? Yay. I bought it in July. I've been busy, so much busy with work and this podcast that takes up so much of our time that I haven't had time to go get an oil change. And it's been almost a full 6 months since I've had this car. Okay, so I was like, you know what? I have the money. Let me go get the oil change. I was like, let me stop at Walmart. Let me do it at Walmart because I'm going to be doing Christmas shopping anyway, right? So, okay. So I get there. Go to the automotive section. Hello, I would like to have the $20 oil change. Oh, the Pit Crew? It's the name they give it. Yes, the Pit Crew. Oh, what's your vehicle? 2014 Chevy Sonic LS. Okay, cool. All right. Do you know what type of oil it takes? No. Okay, well, let me go check on that for you. Okay. Mind you, this is a little old lady that's doing this stuff, right? Okay, whatever. She goes outside.
Which Walmart?
The Walmart right here on Petrenko. The Walmart on Petrenko.
Yeah, I know
So-
what you're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
The
So
long braid, right? Or with the long hair? No?
she had like medium short hair, like medium kind of hair.
Okay.
But I don't know. I didn't even catch her name, but she's a jerk. So, so okay, she gets my keys. She goes outside real quick. She pops the hood. She's looking at something. Okay, and I kind of see her do that. Like, oh, okay. She comes back in. She goes, oh, it's going to take synthetic oil. Is that okay? I'm like, sure. If that's what it needs, put it in. I can.
Do cars only take synthetic oil?
I don't know.
I thought that was like the premium oil. Okay, all right.
You could have fooled me. She goes.
I don't know.
So she says, it takes synthetic oil. Is that okay? And I said, well, if that's what it needs,
Or at
then
the
yeah.
back, she fucking gouged you right there.
Yeah, so I'm like, okay. Because mind you, I just asked for the Pit Crew, $20. What oil does it need? I don't know. I just need an oil change. Synthetic okay? That's what it takes. That's what it needs. All right, whatever. We'll have it done in about 30, 45 minutes. Okay, whatever. Not that busy, but whatever. Maybe they're slow. Maybe there's like 2 guys out there. Who knows? Do shopping, sit down in a little lounge area they have and watching. They put on Wonder Woman. And so then some guy calls my name because now I guess some other cashier came to the automotive section. David? Yeah, it's me. He's like, okay, you had the 14 Chevy Sonic? Yes, okay. Typing up some stuff, printing some paper, da-da-da. Okay, your total today is going to be 47, da-da-da.
Whoa, what?
What? I was like, I asked for the Pit Crew. Oh, it says right here that it's $47. I was like, I know what that says, but I didn't ask for all this. I asked for the $20 one. And then the old little lady, she's in the background, mind you, watching us. She comes up, oh, what's going on? And I'm like, I asked you for the $20 oil change. Why am I paying, almost $50 for an oil change? I was going to ask for $20. That's $30 more than what I asked for or what I anticipated. Well, you said it takes synthetic. I'm like, because you told me that's what my car takes. You asked me, does it take regular oil or synthetic? I said, I don't know. You went outside to check and you said my car requires synthetic oil. I was like, but you didn't say anything about that changing the price. Well, if you see right here, and she picks up like this little yellow thing that's like under, like not on visible or anything, pulls this little yellow flap. If you see right here, it's $45 for or like $44, something whatever for the synthetic oil change. I'm like, well, how come that's not visible on any of the signs or anything like that? Well, that's how much it is. And so the guys kind of just like, they're like, I just got here, like, I ain't come into all this bullshit. Right, like, I want to be surprised. So he's kind of just like, oh, okay. And I was like, and I said out loud, I was like, well, I guess I don't have a fucking choice. You guys already did it. So I put 20, luckily I had an extra 20 in cash. I was like, well, I'll do 20 in cash and the rest on my card. Because I was anticipating just paying 20 cash and like a couple dollars or whatever on the card, whatever the taxes would be. So I threw down to 20 and he's like, hey man, I'm sorry. And I was like, hey, it's not your fault. And I was like, you weren't the one that lied to me about the price. And then she's all there like, I wasn't lying. And I was like, you can shut up. And I was like, because I'm not very happy with you. And so I swiped the card or inserted the card or whatever, did everything. And I'm starting to walk away and I hear her talking to him. And I was like, hey, if you have something to say about me, you can say it right here. I was like, I'm not going to report you to a manager or anything. I was like, but if you knew synthetic oil costs more and you had this little hidden gem of a fucking advertisement under your cash register, you should have put it up. I was like, because if me as a consumer, I don't know this kind of thing, I'm going to go based upon you. I trust you as the professional that, okay, my car takes synthetic oil. You should have let me know, hey, by the way, this is what your car is going to have. By just letting you know, it's going to be an extra $20. And then I'm kind of like, okay, well, you know what? Okay, if that's what my car needs, I need an oil change, okay. Instead of me being shocked, oh, hey, wait a second, why am I being charged $30 extra? Which, mind you, too, I asked for them to fill up the air pressure on my tires. They only did one tire. And I didn't notice until I got home. I got the little notification thing again, where, like, on my car where it said, like, hey, your tire pressure's low. And I was like, so.
That whole thing. My thing, too, has been telling me my tire pressure. But I've been fucking with it just because I haven't done anything about it because one day it'll say it's at 29 PSI and then like later on the drive it'll say down to 26 and then like when I shut off the car it's back to like 28 or something. Like, yeah. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? I fucking hate all that bullshit. The synthetic oil thing, I don't know shit about cars.
Me neither.
That's not my profession. I don't enjoy that. I don't learn about that. I take my car to professionals that will do that for me because that's their job, not mine as a car owner. I just get it maintenance and they should know what to do.
Exactly.
Synthetic oil though, what's interesting is that because I had driven my father-in-law's car for like a year before I got my own car this year, and he would say get synthetic because that's what's best for the car. But it was always like an opt type of thing, right? Which I did just because it wasn't my car, but it was always like, I need to get this oil change, but I need it to be synthetic oil, which in my head would relate to that you don't need synthetic oil. It's just an option to do it, right? So I don't know. I don't get where that comes from either.
Me neither. And I don't, like I said, this is the first time I got my car oil changed, you know. When I purchased the car, they didn't say anything about, oh, by the way, whenever you get oil changes, it has to be synthetic. I never got any of that type of notification.
Is it a hybrid? Is it a...
No,
that's bullshit.
It's just a regular car. So that's all... She asked me, does your car take regular or synthetic? Like, meaning, like, I only have two options here. Which one does my car take?
Yeah.
And I'm just like, I don't know. Let me go check for you. Okay. I saw her pop the hood, look around for some information, kind of do this kind of thing, like pointing at it and reading it. Okay, and, you know, closing the hood and stuff, comes back in. Yeah, it takes synthetic. My reaction, okay.
She gouged you.
I'm just like, what a bitch. Now, I could have made a scene and been like, hey, I ordered, or I requested the $20 one. I'm only paying $20 fucking dollars. But I'm like, they already serviced it. What am I going to do? Go back in and, like, leak the oil they took out and put the oil back in? And...
You could have made a scene and made them honor the aspect of you not knowing and... But that's the whole process.
And I'm just like, and I'm not going to wait for a because I worked at Walmart as a cashier, so yeah. I'm just like, and there was other customers in line. I'm just like, fuck, like I gave a piece of my mind, like fuck you, because like you're a bitch. I could have been a lot more worse, but then mind you, I had my little sister there, trying to, you know, like, and that was at the very beginning of my day, my Christmas shopping extravaganza fiasco on Christmas Eve. So I was just like, whatever. I was like, I paid for it because I believe in I pay for what I get. I got the synthetic oil change. They did what they were supposed to do, kind of, about 90%. And so I was like, I paid for, the service I got, and I'm going to carry on with my day. I'm not happy with it, but I'm just like, I'm never taking my car to Walmart ever again for oil change. I'm going to go to, like, Meineke or, like, Vaseline or whatever, because I expect to pay more with them because I know they're qualified, certified technicians and stuff, when Walmart is just kind of like, oh, congrats, you got hired by Walmart. You're going to be working in TLE. You're going to be working in the auto section.
Yeah.
Have a great day. It's like, okay. And it's like, oh, whatever.
I hate doing anything car related because
I feel stupid when I don't know what they're talking about.
And that's almost that is the reason why I wait so long to get oil changes or anything on my car, which is dumb because it fucks with my car at that point. But it's like a bashing to go to a car place. Any of them, I feel like a lot of them. I make Mrs. Teach do it every time because if Mrs. Teach rolls up to a Meineke or a Midas or Oil Lube, all those or Walmart, whatever, she rolls up. She goes, I need an oil change and I need my air. And they're like, okay, go take a seat, have some coffee, we'll take care of everything. And if I go up to her, they're like, well, what kind of oil do you need? What is it, the RS725 S74112, or do you want the RS7115275? And I'm like, I don't know. They're like, well, if you don't know what you need, I don't know what to give you.
I don't know how to help you here.
Yeah,
Like,
I don't know if you don't know this, and I don't know what to do for you either, sir. So
right.
maybe go get a degree in fucking oil changes before you come talk to me.
I was like, what are you even doing here? Get out of here.
Right, yeah.
Like,
why do you have a car? First of all, it's like, I'm like, I don't know. I have to drive to work that has nothing to do with cars. So
right.
I have a car to do that, and I don't fucking do anything with cars every aspect of my day because that's not my job.
Exactly. So no, that's what I hate. That's like I don't care. Like, this is kind of the only thing I kind of hold on to is if it's anything car related, I still call my dad. Like this was with this vehicle, it's going to be my first time going to go get the registration and stuff done by myself because my dad told me that's it, you're on your own from now on.
Yeah.
Because usually it's me and my dad. Well, I'll pay for it, but I'll have my dad kind of do the talking for everything, and like kind of like, hey, Dad, all right, let's go, and I'll pick him up. We go to Jiffy Lube to do the inspection, and usually get an oil change right there. And my dad handled all that stuff. Oh yeah, I do this, and this. Okay, and then I just swipe my card and pay for it, and I'm like, all right, whatever. Go to HEB and okay, there, go swipe the card to pay for it. All right, whatever, right? But so this year I'm kind of like, oh no, I'm on my own. Oh. I'm like, shit. And then what makes me think about that too is like the kind of the whole thing where like I'm kind of holding on my dad to kind of help me out with that kind of stuff. I actually took a call today at work that lady calling in, hey, hello, I'm calling to make changes on my son's policy, and I'm like, oh, okay, and I was like, well, your son's only on this policy, I won't have to get permission from your son to go over this, yada, yada. Okay, here's the son, go ahead and speak to him, okay. Hey, hello, my name is so-and-so, and I'm like, all right, can you verify your name, address, and can you verify your date of birth? Something, 1977.
What?
And I was like, okay, and I was like, I understand your mom wants to make some changes on your policy for you. I was like, what deductibles do you want to go up to? Because that's what they were calling to change was his comp and collision deductibles. What deductibles do you want to change it to? I'm like, I was like, are you currently financing your car? Are you looking to remove your deductibles for comp and collision? Or, you're looking to, look, man, I don't know. My mom has always handled this since I was 16. She has permission to do whatever she wants to my policy, whatever, man. I'm like, so you're giving her full control to alter your policy in your name with your vehicle? Yeah. And I'm like, oh, okay. He's like, yeah, she knows all this stuff, I don't. And he puts his mom back on line. He lives in the same house with his mom. He was born in 1977. I don't know how old he is. You do the math. What is that, 40 years?
So, yeah, I don't know that calculator, but yeah.
And I was like,
that's definitely...
Because 77 to 2017?
40s, yeah.
So it's like... And I'm just like, oh, okay. And I was like, you're still in the same household as your mom. Okay, now that's a little creepy.
Right.
2, you're listed as single, so I don't presume you're dating anyone, which is a shitty thing to say.
Alabama. No.
Oh, man. I think it was in North Carolina, to be honest.
This is my mother wife.
Right? This is my sister
cousin.
mom. hey, cuz, sis, honey, I mean, you, get over. Come here. Like,
Yeah,
that kind of thing.
Yeah.
I was just like, damn. And that kind of like threw me through a loop. I was like, bro, you're born in the 70s. And you're having your mom change your deductibles on your 17 Dodge Ram. Like, come on, dude. Like, dude, I'm 23. I was 22, 21 knowing all this kind of stuff. Come on, bro.
Yeah.
It's like, man.
But see, okay, so that's the same mentality that these
That
fucking
the-
oil job motherfuckers
that's what I was trying to
have,
connect,
too.
yeah.
Ah.
So,
But, because I know a lot of guys, well, and then my father, see, my father never did oil changes. I mean, he never did it either. And here's what I suspect, right? My father was military, right? Active duty military throughout my life. And I'm pretty sure, even he never did his oil changes. He went and took it wherever he took his cars to get oil changes. But he was always dressed in either his BDUs or his blues, right? Would depend on what day he did it. And I imagine if you run up to a place dressed either military garb or even maybe if you're a professional, like I always think the lawyers I work with now too, that they dress to the nine, every day. You roll up with your car to whatever place you go to, they just kind of go, okay, like, of course you don't work with cars, like, look at you, right? Like, right? Whereas if I'm some, 25, 20-year-old kid or something coming up and they're like, that's that disconnect that was like, why don't you? It's like, well, but I'm in that trajectory of like, that same fucking professional that doesn't know anything about cars, I'm that route. Like, that's so...
Because a lot of people our age, like, love working on cars and know all that stuff, and I'm just like, okay, like, that's fine with me. See, my dad, I remember when we were younger, my dad would do his own oil changes, probably because we had less money and stuff. He couldn't really afford to go get an oil change anywhere. But my dad also, he was in the Air Force, and he refueled planes. He worked on planes and engines and stuff like that.
Mechanically inclined.
Yeah, so he had that capability of doing it.
Yeah.
So it's just like, with me, I had, like, when on election day, or when early voting was still going around in 2016, my car hydroplaned and I popped a wheel. Like I bumped a curb and the hubcap went into the tire and popped my tire. And I was like, oh shit, like, damn it, what do I do? And I never changed the tire before and I had to call my dad because I was
There's a spare in the back seat, or in the trunk.
I know there was a spare and stuff, but I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
And so my dad came to come visit me because, my dad wanted to take me to go get new tires because, like, my tires were fucked up. And so, when he was like, and I was like, okay, and he was like, well, get the spare and the little thingy in the back, and okay, and the jack and all that stuff, and put it down, and he goes, well, what are you doing? And I was like, you told me to get this stuff, Dad, because he just came from work, because that was over by 1604 in Babcock, and he works in Helotes, so he was kind of like right down the street, technically.
Yeah.
And he goes, I'm going back to work after this. And he goes, I ain't getting my clothes all dirty. He goes, get to it. But Dad, I don't know. Yeah. And so he was just kind of guiding me. Okay, put the jack right there. No, you want to get in that right spot
on the frame. Yeah.
I'm like, no. And it wasn't like one of those ones where you crank, you had to twist it.
Oh yeah.
But it was so close to the ground that I was running into the thing.
No, it's like. Like you're there for like half an hour just trying to jack up the.
And so it took forever, and then I was like, okay, I jacked it up. Okay, get to changing the tires. You put the thing on the lug nut and you spin it around. And kind of do the same thing because the thing is so huge. Click! Oh no! And then he's just like, yeah. So he sat there on his phone and watched me do it. And every time I drive by that spot, because I pulled him into a fire station like parking lot, like the entrance. That's where I changed my tires. So anytime we take the 1604 away and we get off at Babcock.
What were the firemen doing? Fucking sleeping, making spaghetti?
Probably, right? They're Dalmatian running around in the yard. But, so every time we drive by that spot, I always say, man, babe, that's where I changed my first tire. And she's like, okay, we get it. You did it. Congratulations. I'm like, see? I was like, man, I can work in an automotive shop. I'm like, I did that tire change. I'm going to go to the oil change. Yeah, I changed the tire once. Yeah, it was pretty
Mine's
cool.
on, where I-10, the exit of I-10 to 410, that exit off of, getting onto 410, right there with it, which was lucky for me because it's that giant amount of, like, median that, like, goes like this.
Yeah.
So it happened right there. I was, like, way off the highway, which, thank God, because I was actually leaving my dad's. He used to have a pool from the house that I was leaving at, so I was, like, in my trunks and sandals and a fucking straw cowboy hat because I used to wear cowboy hats back in the day. Like
Oh my
wearing
God.
trunks and a wife beater and fucking.
You look like
sandals.
somebody from Alabama or something
Big
like that.
time, yeah. And I didn't know what to fucking do either. I called him and I was like, "The fuck do I do?" He's like, "Do you have a spare tire?" Like, no. He's like, "Go look in the trunk. Like, look under the thing. Is there not like a little, what do they call it? Like a booty or whatever? Like
Something like that.
And I was like, no. He's like, go look. I'm like, oh fuck, there is a little tire here. He's like, yeah, fucking use that. Like, you can get home with that. You just gotta fucking put it on. I had no idea either. I mean, that's a learning experience. So you don't,
Yeah.
you know, you learn about parallelograms, but you don't learn about how to change a tire.
Yeah, and I have there's a little skid mark from where I bumped the curb on that little turn. So if you take 1604, if you're taking 1604 like you're going towards La Cantera, and you take the Babcock exit, when you get off and you're on that little access road and there's where you turn right onto Babcock, there's one of those little gray, those like, little curves, like sidewalk things. There's a big old tire mark for when
Yours truly.
my Ford Focus went up on the curb and popped my tire. And luckily my dad was cool, and because I was broke, and he paid for he was just going to buy me one tire for the one that I popped,
Right.
so that way I'm not driving around on a spare. But luckily he called my mom and he goes, well, I could put it on the credit card, but I don't really want to.
Tires.
And so mom was like, just buy them all 4 tires.
So, they always say you need to buy all 4, like when one goes bad, you need to buy a whole new set of tires. Because that means they're all going to go bad. But
then you'll just have that one that's good.
What I feel like that's incorrect, logically, just because, okay, if I bought all new tires, they're all logically going to go bad around the same time, versus if I buy one tire at a time, it throws off the sequence, so that I only have to deal with the one tire. If I buy all new tires, they all are going to go bad around the same fucking month. Versus if I buy one new tire, now that I gotta worry about the rest, but then that might happen a few months later, deal with that. The next one a few months later, deal with that. And as they're new, it just kind of staggers like that, so that I only have to deal with one tire at a time within the year versus a whole fucking set of tires.
But tires can last for many years, though. It's like,
yeah,
like the car, like the only reason why I got all 4 tires on my Focus, because it was 2009, it still had the tires that came with it when it was first designed.
Yeah.
It still had the stock tires. So when I popped the one tire and we took it to the discount tire right there by Silverado 16, the guy was looking at my tires and the guy went like, oh man, like these tires are garbage. And he did some little test and he goes, see how it has all these cracks in it and everything?
Right, and the tread is all the way down. Yeah.
And so he goes, that's why you hydroplane. It was just a matter of time that something happened. And so the guy was like, well, if you still just want to replace one tire, that's fine. Like, we can do that. But just want to let you know you want to possibly look into...
Here's what I'm saying, though, is that you popped that one tire, and the rest of your tires were garbage when you looked at it, right? Mm-hmm. He said, oh, the rest of them are pretty trash, too. That's because when you got all those tires new, they were all new at the same time. So they all are garbage at the same time. So one finally popped, and the rest were garbage. So now you had to spend... how much is a tire? $80 to $100 or so, 150, depending on the tire, right?
Yeah. Well, because for all 4 tires, it came out to almost $1,000.
Okay, so about $250 each, right? Mm-hmm. Okay, again, $250 each. One tire fucking just was like, I'm done. Like, yeah, and the rest of the guy was like, yeah, they all fucking suck because you bought them all at the same time. Mm-hmm. And what's funny is that the advice is like, buy all new tires at the same time again so that they all can go to shit at the same time. Mm-hmm. Versus my thing is like, okay, they're all kind of going to shit too, right? Whatever you start. Of course, a new car starts with all new tires. So the first one went to shit. Why not wait till the next one goes to shit? Because you have that new tire, and then however long that goes, then the next one goes. And then you take care of that. That's $250 the next time throughout the year, right? But that's only $250.
But let's say they all pop within the same year. That's still $1,000 a year.
But it's $250 per tire. It's not one, but you spend $1,000 at one time.
Well, technically, if I had the money, because this is me saying I agree with that. Like I'm like, well, fuck. If that's the only bad one, I just want to replace that one.
Yeah.
I'll wait till these motherfuckers pop. For me, I just got lucky that my mom was like, yeah, go ahead and buy them all 4 tires. Might as well. Because that's that typical thing. Right. Well, if one goes out, might as well get all of them because all of them are going to go out since they're all around the same time.
Right.
So I agree with that. Deal with the problem when it happens.
Right.
But the reason I'm kind of like, well, no, like if I'm already at that point, I'm like, might as well do it if I had the money.
Well, okay,
if I had the money to do all four.
If money is not a problem, then yes, do all four because it's gonna be inconvenient to have to keep.
But
going
if we're
every
like
time.
us, where money is a problem,
I'm at it, it's like, well, it's $250 now, but I can maybe fuck with these tires the rest of the three for like the next 4 or 5 months. I don't got $500 for two, let alone $1,000 for all four. Let me fuck around. Give me 4 or 5 months to make another $250. The next one will pop. I got you.
Right.
I got you.
That's how I am.
And then give me another 4 or 5 till the next one. That last one.
See, and I'm the same way when it comes to like repairs and stuff on my car.
Yeah.
It's because like unless I can still drive it, unless it's saying this car will explode like on the dashboard, then I'll be like, okay, damn, now I gotta take it to someplace. Because I'm like, I'll fucking let it ride this whole time. Like,
shit, I've been doing that with my air. As soon as it got cold, on fucking whenever it got cold, my air gauge has been like, you need to put air in your tires, and I'm like, yeah, it ain't gonna happen.
yeah.
I'm like, this is a brand new car, so I'm like, there's no way. I've only been driving for a few months. There's no way the tire's gonna pop. It's like,
Right.
There's no fucking way.
Yeah, but yeah, that's kind of that thing.
All right, well, Teach is feeling pretty inebriated.
Right. I was like, I was trying to get there, but I feel myself get buzzed.
You know what?
and
I
sober
forgot
up.
about tonight, to be honest.
Really?
Yeah, so when I got home at 5:30ish, and I mentioned to Mrs. Teach, I was like, I'm on vacation because like there's no school, so I was like, I'm gonna start drinking. It was like a funny thing. I was like, I'm gonna start drinking now at 5 o'clock. I was starting to go to sleep around like 9 o'clock or whatever. And then around 7, you messaged me. I was like, oh fuck, that's right.
Mm-hmm.
But I've been usually on Wednesdays.
You always hit me up first.
I won't start drinking until we start recording, like at 9.
Yes.
So that I can be coherent. But I've been drinking for a while, so
Right.
I'm like super out of it.
Well, yeah. Well, I mean, we had a pretty action-packed episode.
It is a full hour.
And I was like, didn't have a lot of like breaking news, which I mean, I think things calmed down with the holidays, but
Yeah.
But hey, until next year,
Right.
it's like we'll have our first episode of 2018.
There you go.
So
Stay tuned.
we've been doing this since September, so we wrote this out for quite some time.
Yep.
Right, September?
Sure.
Yeah.
I think so.
Fuck it, who cares?
I think so. I don't know. When's the first episode?
The first episode came out.
Should I look it up?
You can look it up because we posted it like the next day.
And even then, we had an episode before then. It was like a
protege episode.
Right. We never posted that one.
The hidden file. And I think I still have that somewhere on my computer. Look it up on YouTube. Make sure your porn's not on the screen like last time.
If you look up... Oh, no. You gotta look up what? Who Cares with...
Who Cares with David Clare, and it usually pops up.
Yeah, you spell it with 2 A's, right?
Yeah.
There it is.
Okay. Episode
1, 3 months ago.
What was 3 months ago?
October.
September.
From December?
Yeah, 3 months ago from... Because it goes September, October, November, December. Well, 1 month would be October, whatever.
No, it'd be September. You're right.
Hey! Oh,
You're right. You know, I'm thinking there's a 13th month or something.
right. Oh, yeah, so by the time this gets posted, episode 10 will be up. If you listened all the way to the end of episode 10, you would have heard the awesome outro. I'm a virgin. Boom, boom, boom. I think I'm going to start doing that. I'm going to add silly things to the outros to see if people...
I'll be honest, I don't get it. But
I
support it. It's fine.
There's nothing to get. It's just him, like, they took that little line, I'm a virgin, and just added techno music to it.
But, like, I don't find it funny.
It's exactly. It's not supposed to be. It's just like, honestly, bet the guy that created it was just like, I had this beat in my head and it just fits perfectly. Ding, 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 I'm a virgin, ding, 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 ding. And he just did it. I find it hilarious because I'm like,
I find it more funny that I don't get how it's funny. That's funny to me. But I don't get. I feel like that's
I'm a
not.
virgin.
I feel like that wasn't the original intent of it. Maybe it was. I don't know. I don't.
Hey,
But
it's art is subjective.
Art is subjective.
So
and who cares?
who cares? We'll leave it on that note for episode 11. I've been David Clare.
I'm the Teach. Bet you guessed it. Who?
No, don't do it. No, 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 virgin. No, 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 no. I'm a virgin. No, no, no.